Hey everyone, welcome to my studio. I'm going to try and finish this painting real quick before I start another one. And I'm going to do the clouds right now. I'm going to try and do the clouds in a sloppy manner. I should put some new water in here. My palette is just a mess. We're going to try, let's put some dark stuff up here first. I'm going to try and create some cool clouds chaos here. See what happens. Might have to cover it up there. How's everybody doing today? There we go. We got some color up here now. We're going to turn that into some clouds somehow. It's just a theory right now. So by lightly blending it, we'll see what happens here. Yeah, I went to the store just a while ago. I would have been back early. I went to the store and I started watching, YouTube videos on my phone in the car, and I fell asleep. I've been during dinner I was taking, I think, some naps during the day. I don't remember, but I haven't really been at work. They're not using me at work anymore except for one day out of the week. There's some blue in there. So far I don't see anything working for me here. Maybe this will work. It's getting a little better. I want to be able to see my mountains, so lighten up around the top part of them. Alright, I think I'm getting somewhere now. I can see what I can do. Alright, that looks pretty cool. I think I can do some stuff with that. Yeah. A little more blending here. And then it'll be ready for I get tired of doing the same way every time, so I'm trying to come up with a different way. It looks really good to me. It looks natural. So down here, I'm going to keep the streaks going. We'll put some highlights down here. Those look cool. I think I should let it dry a little bit before I start. Let's try. So I'm going to put some, we'll put some highlights right up in here. See if it works. I usually use a fan brush, but we're going to use this filbert brush today. You got to kind of pick your spot. Like this is a cloud here where all the white is already, and it looks like there's one down here as well. So basically I'm just putting a cloud top in here, and I'm blending the lower back into the painting. And I got enough shadows. All this gray I put in earlier, we could more streaks on top. It's looking pretty good. Oh, let me put the chat room on here. I keep getting texts here. Chat room, Rick Krejci Artist. Here we go. Oh, you know what? I didn't even put a description in. I was just so in a hurry to get the live going. Wow, those clouds look good there. All right, I'm in the chat room. I'm going to try a flat brush. Well, an angle brush. And I think I can get the top part of the cloud a little thinner. I don't know how well this brush will be blending though. Let's redo this one here. Make it a little brighter. Seems to work okay. You notice how I used a corner of this brush and made some round tops up here. You really got to get in there with if you want your clouds to be round on top, you got to get in there with the small brush, I guess. If you want more detail, this brush isn't going to work for that. But it works for getting a little light on top there. You do it. I just whipped all that color in there. Now I'm just picking spots where maybe the sun is hitting some of these clouds, because the lights are here on the right coming down this way, and we can create some cloud edges with light hitting it. This isn't the best brush to be using. I'm pretty happy with that. I can get my other brush. I want to lighten up the guy a little bit with some different blue. Like a lighter blue. I think I'm going to have to get some fresh water. That looks so cool. It's a really fun way to do a sky if you've never done it this way. What's cool about it, you don't have to rely on doing each cloud individually. You create the cloud where a cloud should be after you throw all the color there. I like all this different tones of blue in here. Let's put a little pink in there. We'll do a little wash around the mountains with, you take a little red and add some white, and then your brush has got to be kind of wet, and just grab some pink color and we'll put it right on top of the mountains here. I guess I need a little more. There we go. Just kind of wash the color in there. You can hit the clouds. All right there, now we got some color in the sky there. All right, Well, I'm done with this one for now. Let's I'm gonna move on to another painting. So I'm gonna get rid of this, and I want to do an impressionism painting. How's it going, everyone? Let's drop this out of the way. I fell asleep when I went to the store, so now I got allergy. So I got a small canvas here. What I want to do is create a landscape where it doesn't look like a landscape. Impressionism. I'm painting over an old painting. Here's an example of what I did. Can you see what? I'm not going to look like this. That'll be better, but this was my first run at it. It's a sailboat in there. Those are trees in the background and water waves. I'm just gonna throw it there, and then we're gonna try and create something out of it. Okay. Let's get started. That's the whole concept. I'm just gonna throw color up. We'll look at it and see what we see, and make out of it. And maybe let's start with some blue. I'm thinking this is going to be trees in here. And that could be this guy. I guess I need some green. Maybe that's water down there. Wow, that looks pretty funky. I need more white. There it is. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm trying to do this. Looks like it's going to be an abstract painting, not abstract and impressionism. I might be able to turn it into some. Let's just keep getting the color up here, and then I'll figure something out. What's cool about abstract, you could throw any colors up there. I've seen kids do it. Kids do it better than I do it. There we go. It's looking pretty. That's an easy one. I mean, I still don't like it, but still don't like it. So this is what I mean. I try and do these paintings kind of difficult. But what I'll do is we'll turn this in normal landscape now. I kind of want to do a greenish, like a greenish sky up here. See what I mean? How hard that abstract is? It's not that easy. That looked kind of terrible. It did. So we'll get the canvas ready. A regular landscape here. Maybe we'll put a cool mountain in the back here with some trees. All right, there we go. Much better. This is more my forte here. I'm thinking I want trees going around the whole painting up here. Look. Like all this is going to be trees up in here. Kind of like around. Put highlights on there. There we go. We'll have some trees coming down through here on the horizon. I'll just get the idea in here. There we go. We're going to do a funny cloud in here. A funky cloud. Okay, that's our cloud. That looks so cool. Looks like the letter S, huh? That looks so cool. Two trees here. Almost looks like a stage, doesn't it? All this is going to get highlighted with color. Putting it in dark so we can see it. We'll put this other one further back. So I'll lighten it up just a bit. So it looks like this one maybe is like in the distance here. Same type of tree setup here. It's just a fan brush. It's good for making trees and bushes. I think I'll bring a trail through there. We'll bring like there we go. That looks cool. Just the way I usually paint here, okay? I try and get my idea put in and then I start painting it. Wow, that looks pretty good. You know what? I want to keep this looking like a Renaissance. It kind of looks like a Renaissance picture. So I'm going to put I'm going to fill this in with flowers over here. I'll show you how I do it with this fan brush. We'll just stamp like a golden color here. And then we'll put brown down here for like the... This is how I paint pretty fast. Some shadows out there. And now I'll get a really bright yellow. Or it could be orange. But we'll put some yellow highlights here. Maybe it's like a wheat field. And then now some white and yellow. A very, very light yellow for extra highlight. All right, there's my field of flowers. I think we'll do the other side blue flowers over here. It'll be a same manner. I'll start off with like a dark blue here. We'll fill the whole thing in with blue flowers, maybe up to here, and then I'll put back there like green grass. Same thing here, we need some shadow at the bottom. This one's easy. Now you just got to put a little white in that blue to get a lighter color. And we'll put some flower tops on here. The blue is actually easier than the yellow. I use a fan brush because you can get more, you can put more on with this than like a little brush. You'd be in there for hours. Use a little brush on that. Yeah, it's really taking on a cool look. I see like this could be a bush right in front here, like sitting out in the front if I highlight it just right. I look at my trees to see where the highlights are going to go here. You could also do this. You could take a brush and, like, I see a bush right in here in the front, but I also see like this could be a tree here. We'll do some different colors, and same thing back here. We'll do like a bunch of different colors. Oh, I want to do green back here. Start with like a dark green. Then just add a little white to it. We'll do 3 of them on here. There we go. Got some grass back there now. It's really turning out pretty good. I like my cloud. All right, I'm going to start with these evergreens first. We'll highlight one side of it here. Okay, and now we'll put some color on the rest of these trees. I want to do this one first in the front here. bush like out in front. I might use, let's use some orange. Some yellow orange right. And we will use this same color with the little yellow ochre over here. Now we'll use a dark green. Very cool. This is really not that bad. It's a small painting, and I need this because I've got to go to an art sale not this Saturday, but the following. And you need a lot of small paintings when you're selling, because a lot of people don't like to buy big paintings. So you got to have a bunch of these small ones available. I don't know what it reminds me of something. This style. Doesn't that look cool? I'm not sure what style this is. Hey everyone, how's it going? That's beautiful, thank you. Lisa and Nicole. Michelle, Wyatt, so cool, thank you. Thank you guys. Hopefully you guys are subscribing. I need, I'm trying to hit 1 million. 1 million. Just joking. Yeah, I need some new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'd love to have you come aboard. I'm always painting something every day. And if you guys stick around, you can help me do the next painting if you want. I was going to have whatever you guys tell me to do, I would do it. Like add it in, not on this one, but on the next one. If you want to do that, it's up to you. You don't have to. I'm not forcing you. Make this cloud look a little cleaner. I like the shape of this cloud. All right, the sky is done. Ooh, that looks so wicked. That looks so cool. I want to put a, there should be a little, maybe some different color leaves in here. Little. Just to get a couple different tones of green in there. Wow. This is really looking pretty cool, guys. I think I can get away with putting a tree like right here. Or one on the side here. Like in the foreground here. Maybe just a tree trunk or something. Let me fix my pathway. I kind of covered the pathway up here. You know what? I was going to do next time. I want the pathway to be pretty so we can sit, you know. Yeah, yeah, that looks great. Now I want to extend it back here. Looks like it's going around the flowers there. There we go. I don't know what I'm going to do with this stuff around the edge. I guess we're going to have to turn it into trees. Almost looks like a curtain, doesn't it? I wonder if I put a curtain up there, it would look like a stage. Would you think that would look cool? Anybody? Do you have a visual on that if I put like a curtain up there? Like an old stage curtain that looks really cool looking. Probably in like that dark blue look. Archangel, how's it going? This thing reminds me of a curtain. All these are supposed to be trees, but now I'm turning it into a fantasy piece and actually putting a curtain up here. Like this is a stage set. You know what I can do? I can picture of it, and then I can mess around with it on my phone, computer. look like with the there we go. I got a picture of it at this stage. Whoops, I just closed my YouTube. There we go. So this one's almost done. I was thinking about, since you're here, the next one, I was going to see if anybody wanted to help me do landscape on the next one. You guys could tell me what to put in there, and I'll put it in. As long as it's not like, you know, an animal or something. Maybe a rabbit, that's about it. But all right, well, I got to keep this style going on. I like this. I stamped it. It's you get this really cool, maybe not Renaissance, but you get a different look when you stamp it like that instead of a brushed look. So I'm going to have to do that up here. I like this green, so you know, I don't think that's going to be bright enough for. I think that'll work. A bit over here. I'll just have to add a little color to it. Some light highlights. Let's see what it looks like if I add a little color in there now. It's like a drum. I guess that's a good way to test it out. Try something lighter up here. It's got to look like a bunch of different trees up there. I think that's gonna. Where did I get that color from? That's called stamping. To me, any way you can get the paint up there is fine with me. But there's a lot of artists that they wouldn't use this brush like this. When they go to art school, they get taught to brush it on. But man, look at the effect you get when you stamp. Wow, I'm real happy with that tree now. I'll have to put some branches in there. Branches will really look cool. I can run some branches out into the sky here. Daniel! How you been, Daniel? Yeah, it's a different style. I pretty much pressed everything on except for the pathway and the sky. It was all brushed in. This is, I'm using pretty much a fan brush on everything here. The flowers. It's a really cool effect you get with this fan brush when you stamp like that. It gives it makes it look like bushes. So I'm thinking the light's coming from the right, so we'll put the shadows on the left over here, and put the shadows on the left over here. Wow. I kind of like it. I don't know if this is going to sell, though. We'll see on next Saturday. We'll see if it sells. I mean, I like it. This might be good for, like, I'm thinking like a bathroom or something, maybe. I don't know where I would hang that. Maybe like in the reading room or something. If you have a reading room. So if you guys stick around, you can help me do the next painting. You guys can help me design it and everything from if you feel like doing that. This is looking really cool. I want to get these look like they're sticking out, so we're going to have to create some shadows in here to get that effect. Might be too dark. It's getting there. This is a little too dark, but I'll tone it down a little bit. Okay, now we want to put a little brightness. We'll make that pop out a little bit. By using a very light green here. A little better. Wow. I'm really digging this, guys. I didn't do any shorts. I forgot about it. I just did one short there. I really dig this. It's like we need something in the foreground, though. Thinking about like putting a tree. Let's see over here. I think I got an idea. going to be one of those, like a Asian tree maybe. I'm going to make it small in case it doesn't look good, but we'll have some kind of branch coming in here. And then I'm going to put we'll put little blossoms on it. I think that works. I might be able to do here. I don't think it takes away from the painting. And then I was thinking about just putting some maybe pink blossoms maybe. I think that'll work because this red really pops. You don't need it. All right, I think that's going to be it, guys. And I'll grab another canvas and we'll start another one. See how long this one took. Wow, it took over an hour? I can't believe that. It didn't seem like I was painting that long. That's crazy. Oh, I did start out with the abstract, and then I went over the top of it because I didn't like what was going on. So I did this instead. All right, there we go, guys. Done deal. Hope this one sells next Saturday. Yeah, that's cool, huh, Daniel? There's a time there where YouTube, it really doesn't hit me. But they've been like sending my lives out a little more, I think, for people to see. That's cool. Hopefully when I look at this tomorrow, it still looks good. I mean, I don't see any depth in there, though. I wish I could make that sky look further, you know what I mean? But maybe when it dries, it'll... Alright, guys, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to end this one because I don't want to end up with a 3-hour video. So I'm going to start live in 5 minutes, okay? Just can you come back and I'll get another canvas ready, and if I'll wait for people to come in and you can help me design a landscape. Thanks, everyone. Thank you if you're a new subscriber. I appreciate it.